Day 11. The blight continues to spread. Indeed. Indeed it does. We learned a lot of last episode, didn't we? Still got a little bit of blight. Got all healed up. And it is the next day. So, put your stuff in a bag or a pot or something. That's the lesson. So I've got the slime in this bag I made. You could also put it in a pot with a lid. Anything that has like internal space. Also, I've been playing around. I made some arrows in the arrow quiver. I don't know how to make a bow yet. I haven't quite discovered that. And also, I can't remember. Is there a tech tree somewhere? No, I don't think so. If we go to crafting structures. So yeah, I haven't been able to find like a bow. I tried researching various things. I'm not sure yet, but there should be a bow because, hey, we have arrows. So that's a thing. I think I'll leave the arrows here. Also, I made a shovel. That's handy. You can do some terraforming with that. So I've just been doing a few little things around the camp while I healed up. But let's go ahead and drop this quiver because we don't need it. We can't do anything with the arrows. Made myself a water skin as well. That can actually go on my tool belt. Hang out there. But it is a brand new day. Let's transfer all those into there. Perfect. Got a few little things on me. I thought I would go ahead and run up and drop the stuff off at the cave. So we're just going to run back north. Oops. I'm going to use plain armor. Right click doesn't work here. So we basically just need to run up north. Maybe go across here and then north and kind of explore over this way and see what we see. That's the plan for today. I do have water with me. Should probably go ahead and drink before we head out. And then I'll have my water pouch for the extra. It's still really hard to click on stuff. Let's use the stone bowl to drink real quick. Got a bunch of water. There we go. Just about perfect amount. I've got some bandages with me. I've got a torch. Don't think I'll need, but I might just hang on to that. And I've got a little bit of food here. Yeah, we got the blight going. I think I'll eat along the way. Grab some pine nuts and stuff. I need to get some more mushrooms. I'm pretty much out of the soup. The soup that cures the blight. Let's see if we can get across here without getting a leech. Nope. We can't. Alright, that's okay. We'll just go to chest. I think that takes the knife out and gets rid of it. And it vomited into my blood. That's too bad. I don't think there's anything I can do there. It's just some infection. It's going down. Alright. So we're across the river. We need to kind of run this way. I don't know of any way to make like a, say, a compass or a watch or any of those handy tools. That should be the lake. So we need to skirt around this side. Keeping my eye open for red mushrooms. I saw one back over that way too. See one over here? Some pine cone. Goes up for a little bit of sustenance. Got some blueberries as well. See how contaminated those are. I don't like having all the text on all the time, just for immersion's sake. I'll keep my eye out as we run through the forest for these red mushrooms. Also, it's Valorant. There's somebody said something about like thistle seeds. I need to keep my eye out for. I think I've seen milkweed or some kind of thistle. Those are supposed to help with blight resistance. Some more right there. So these will definitely help. Depress. I don't remember which one of these we can eat. Might be worth picking a few of these. I'm sure, like in real life, a lot of these are going to be poisonous. That is a giant bear over there. That looked like a grizzly. I think it was a brown bear. Some description. Alright, we're going to cross the river again. Hopefully not get too cold. There's a whole bunch of clay. Good to know. And then pretty much just need to run this direction. And scanning ahead for coyotes and bears and other stuff that might want to eat my face. Orange cat mushrooms. Apparently I've picked those before. Tall white mushroom. Small white mushroom. There's a lot of different kinds of mushrooms. Let's pick up some sticks. A bunch of blight ahead of us. Let's go to the right. Go to the right and cut through the blight. I'd like to make quite a bit of this soup when we get back. And we'll check out some of these other mushrooms as a possible food source. Alright, so we got sort of the compass just by looking at the map. Feels a little bit cheaty. Pine cone. How contaminated was that? Oh, that's 12%. Saw that as I picked it up. I thought it looked pretty high. Alright, we're off and we're headed towards the cave. So lots of resources here in the forest. Big surprise there. Probably want to head around to the right again. It's pretty thick back in here. Is that a rock? It's another depressed cat mushroom. Oh, we got like a cliff face here. Be a good place to look along here for copper and whatnot. Can I get up this? Come on. I can't jump. Alright, there's the town, all covered in blight. So we will skirt around that. Imagine that's, pretty much impossible to get into. And then we just need to go kind of off to the right here. And hopefully we'll eventually get to this cave. Kind of back into the open plains here a little bit. There's a coyote or something laying over there. Or just a rock? How we doing? All right, we're getting there. It might be over here, the cave. Probably should have had that on just to see if there was any other flowers. Yeah, there's the cave. I'm a wuss, so I'm gonna say save game. Don't know if this is a trap. Call me paranoid. Hello? Loading screen? Okay. It is an actual, like, cave. Switch to third person while we're in here. Anybody home? Oh, there he is. He's sitting there. Cloaked figure. Can I have your bones? Speak. Well met. Okay. You're not Elric, I guess. Oh, they have names. Cloaked figure, Elric. Got it. Welcome to our camp. Have you made it to the swamps and found anything of interest? Yes. What? I got the stuff right here. What do you mean don't have anything? Will you put it in my hand? Will you drop it on the ground? Ah, you have to have it in your hand. Yes, take a look. Gave him some slime. Okay. Very interesting. Definitely a substance that would thrive in the damp swampland environment. Thank you for bringing this to us. We will study this sample closely and conduct some experiments. We will send a letter with any discoveries we may find. In the meantime, be on the lookout for any other useful samples you may come across. Stay safe out there. Okay. So if I find other, like, types of stuff... Dried human skull. Oh, boy. I wonder if I find other stuff... Can I have one of your mushrooms? Are they cool with me, like, taking stuff? I'm a little concerned that these are human bones, but they're also good fertilizer, so... we'll see how that goes. Okay. The cave doesn't really blend in that well, but that's okay. Alright, we dropped the stuff off. They're going to examine that and get back to us. Sounds like a plan. So, I need to run back south. Did find a whole bunch of long sticks over here. That'll be handy. Building I might want to do. Wouldn't hurt to gather up some of these dandelions. I'm going to turn this on. I need to find some stuff that can help us fight the blight. I don't remember seeing thistle in the forest. I thought I saw it out on the plains. I guess we got plenty of salt, so I don't necessarily need to gather up dandelions. The chamomile would be handy for sure. Lots of dog bane. We'll just leave this on here. Don't remember for sure what the golden seal is good for. Lots of blueberries. Some more chamomile over here. Use that. I used a lot of chamomile getting all healed up. Wild bergamot. Should have brought my shovel. I could have brought some back to camp. That was the mosquito repellent, if I remember right. The leaves. Definitely be handy. Valerian root was used for something. I don't remember what. Okay, so I'm getting over by this town. I don't think there's any way into the town. At least there's usually not. Yeah, see, there's not really a way into there. I need mushroom. I ended up with a lot of mushrooms. I think we're good on mushrooms. I'm gonna go back this way. Probably go down the road. You know what? There was actually a lot of coyotes on the road. Scratch that. I'm gonna go back the way I came. We'll try to dodge the bears in the forest. Yeah, that's chamomile. Do this on for a bit so we can grab any goodies we might need. Ginseng. So yeah, we're headed right back into the forest. Swing over here just a bit, see if there's anything interesting. A lot of stuff's contaminated pretty heavily over here. I think the closer it is to the Blight, the more contaminated it is. Speaking of, yeah, a lot of that stuff's contaminated too. How useful it'll be to make soup out of it. You make soup with contaminated mushrooms that heals the Blight. Does it still heal the Blight? We'll see. Got stuck on a rock. But I see a bunch of red mushrooms, so we're going to gather some more. So we get plenty of the red mushrooms. Trying to click on the floating icon. That's not going to work. Just continually scanning ahead, looking for bears. I've actually got a decent amount of stamina. Of course, the more you move around, the better your endurance levels up. I think it's pretty well contaminated. 1%, 1%. Yeah, these aren't bad. I think the other two I picked up are fine. Let's go ahead and eat all these pine nuts. Just get a little bit of food coming in. Alright, we've made it back to the lake / river. That's a river. Actually, I need to go this way, across the river. Well, I could cross that way and kind of go check out the camp a little better. Still haven't decided if I want to move or not. I'm already established. I'm not that far from, you know, the thick woods to the east. I realize I'm carrying a human bone in my hand. And there is an awful lot of blight over here. That pine cone is only 2%. It's pretty close to the Blight, which is interesting. So the road should be right over here, I think. Yeah, there's the road. There's a deer. I don't know if I've gotten a deer yet. I think I did in my test playthrough. Yeah, those, since they're right here. Should be some good eating, maybe? Oh, crap. It's 2 hits. Where's my spear? There's. Get one more hit on her. I think that will do it. Got her. Alright, hopefully. Get some useful out of this. That wasn't just a waste. 4 meat. Nice. Yeah, I haven't done deer meat this playthrough. I think I did on my test play that I was doing. Leveling up that butchering skill. I don't know if that makes you faster or if you get more stuff. Yeah. There's a coyote right up ahead. Yeah, it is contaminated. We'll see if we can maybe cook it somehow and make it less contaminated. We'll leave the rest of that for the coyotes. So we need to head off basically in this direction back to my camp. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty much walking right towards my camp. Alright, we dropped off the stuff. We got some deer meat. Let's see if we can do something with this deer meat. And then somewhere in here is going to be my rabbit trap. Yep. There is a trapped creature. Sorry, bunny rabbit. That's not what I want to do. Decaying rabbit. He's been there a little while. Anything useful off of that? Decaying rabbit. Should be one more over here somewhere. Here it is. That one's empty. All right. We made it back home. Let's drop off the stuff. Also, I have a lot of dead rabbits. Let's see if we can do something. These mushrooms. I want to get this. Let's get some water boiled in the big clay pot. While I butcher the rabbits. That's the fire. Can't steer. Alright, you are a dead rabbit. You are dead. I just want to make sure they're dead because I've accidentally dropped a live one before and it ran away. That's just skin. Need to drop these further apart so I can tell which one is which. Alright, you're pretty much rotten. You might be good to go. Yeah, we can get stuff from. I guess we'll do the hide just because it's here. I don't really necessarily need it. Do the full harvest and then we'll get the bones. You have a fish in the fish trap. Little tiny bones from that. And yeah, you're pretty much... I think if we get the skin, we'll also get a pile of bones. And I think all these guys are just too rotten. Yeah, we'll take the skin and we can get the bones. I got like a note on this. I want to look into these. If there's something special, like can we make a memorial or something for this poor dead person? Or I don't know if there's anything we can do with it. This game goes pretty deep though, so who knows? Alright, so most of that, not much count. We can throw away the rabbit guts. Where's the rabbit guts? There you are. Get out of here, rabbit guts. That might actually be all the rabbit guts. Then we need to come back over here and we can throw all these rabbit hides in there. Got the deer hide as well. 5% condition. Actually, I don't know if it's worth even treating those. I might just pitch those in the river. Do that though. But let's say, dang it, I meant to. It said take salt. I think when this dries all the way out, you can actually take the salt back out. I had it a little too salty at first. We'll see how it is when it fills back up. Yep, all full. So if you hover over one of these, it is 95%. That's not too bad. 95% treatment efficiency. Yeah, that's doable. I'm kind of curious. We'll go ahead and fill those in. This I'm going to just drop on the ground. Actually, let's throw it in the river. Get out of here. Blow it away. We need to make some mushroom soup. That's what we need to do. And it was something that's still boiling. All this chamomile we can put in here to dry out. These bones we can put in there to dry out. In the Blight, yep. It was ginseng and salt. Alright. 2120. Got it. I picked up some ginseng, I think. And sort this. Where are you, ginseng? Don't have to. Yeah, here it is. Ginseng root. We need some of that to make our soup. Might need a lot more. I may have to go out looking some more. We have ginseng in here. I do. Actually, I've got a lot of ginseng in here. That is our chamomile tea. We'll grab these two. And I do have a whole bunch of fish to eat. Which one's the least amount of bad stuff? Back up to 10 on the blight. Most of this isn't too bad. Oleander leaf. Can be burned to create toxic smoke. I haven't figured out how to do that. I tried putting it in the fire. I tried various things. Not figured out how to do anything with the oleander. Not sure exactly what it's used for. This fish is not very filling. I'm hoping we can make something with this raw deer meat. It says it can be cooked. We need to see if we can cook it with some stuff. Alright, let's redo that. Let's grab some salt so we have it. And some garlic. I know if we cook the rabbit with garlic, it makes it tasty. So maybe we can do that same with the deer meat. But we might need more garlic. That is all young, so it's not ready to do anything with yet. Make a run out through here to see if I happen to see any more garlic or anything we can use. I think I've picked most of it around the area here. Someone killed a rabbit here. I'll be bringing in the coyotes. Yeah, I'm not seeing any garlic in the area. Oh, that coyote went to just bones. Cool. More fertilizer. Yeah, we need to make some soup. Also, my... Oh, that's the big axe. Never mind. I was like, my hatchet's getting really worn out. That's the big axe. Alright, that is done. Oops, that's the smoker. That is done boiling, so... How much ginseng do I have? So it was 2 mushrooms. One ginseng. I don't know how much does this hold? It's basically 700. Let's try that with a full thing. So let me zoom in so I want to fill clay pot. Yes, fill clay pot. There we go. So now we have a full pot of water. Then I want to make a whole bunch of this soup. So let's try, would be 4, 8, 12. Oh, you can make ginseng tea to get energy boost. All right. So I need 12 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I can't do that. I can only do 10. They stack to 10, so I need to take off one of these. And then we need 100 salt, I think, if I'm doing all this right. And it says it's watery, so I did something wrong. 2 of those, 1 of those, and 20 of those. 20 times 5 is 100. Not sure why that says it's going to be watery. We'll try adding a little bit more salt. A lot more salt. Let's try adding 20 more. Yep. It says watery. Why is it watery? Still says watery. Why would it be watery? It says not enough salt. What am I crazy? Probably. Look here, it is 2 mushrooms to 20 grams of salt. Oh, for every 50 milliliter of clean water. I forgot about that part. Right. I forgot about that part. It's per water, so I've made way too much. So 2 of that per 50. We need 250 milliliters basically, and I've got 1,000. So I don't know if this will. I don't know if this will work at all. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, we need to make the most we can make. I guess would be 250. No, 500 milliliters. Now how much is in there? 334. Well, crap. Let's drink half of that, because we need to drink anyway. And I've got a bowl around here somewhere. My water skin is still full. Oh, there it is. Clay jar. Fill the covered clay jar. Yes. Actually, how much does this hold? That's 500 milliliters. Okay, now we can say fill. No, I can't because I can't. Really, game? Can't because the interface is sterile. There we go. Fill clay pot, 500 milliliters. Perfect. All right. Let's put you back down here. I have a plan. All right, now we have 501 milliliters. That should be close enough, right? So that would be 10? Is that going to be too much? I don't know if I have enough mushrooms because that would be 20. No, I can't do that. I need 200. I can only do 250 at a time, I guess. So I might as well just make it in little bowls. I'm making this too complicated. I thought I could make a big batch, but I can't make a big batch because I can't stack the mushrooms enough. Basically. All right. I am making this too complicated. Let's do it this way. Swap you two. Nope, I can't do that. Okay, fine. I'll make it 200 milliliters at a time, apparently. Fill stone bowl. Yes, please. For the love of. Okay, so now this would be 4 times the recipe, so I need 8 mushrooms. And then I need 4 of these guys. And then I need 80 grams of salt. That should, in theory, be the recipe. Ta-da! Yeah, I made that way more complicated than it needed to be. I was trying to make a big batch. Can't do it. You are empty. Perfect. I want to click on you, so I want to empty the clay pot. Yeah, let's put that water all back in there. There you go. And then this guy is now empty. We'll just grab the water right out of the jug. All right, we're making soup. The soup's going to make us feel better. It's going to be awesome. It's going to take a little while for that to cook up, so we could go ahead and take a look. Can we smoke deer meat? You definitely can in real life. No. Okay. Can we craft something with this? We can make strips of raw meat. Ooh, there we go. I'll make 10 strips. And can we smoke the strips and have like jerky? Backpack is... it's pretty full here. Where'd the meat go? Hello? Oh, why'd you put the mushrooms in there? Stupid game. Get out of here, mushrooms. Seriously though, where'd the meat go? Am I blind? Put that on the ground. Meat strips. Meat strips. Oh, there they are. They're tiny. Ready to be smoked into jerky. There we go. All right. I thought we could probably do something with that. There we go. All right. Let's make a whole bunch of deer jerky. Craft up. Yes, please. Don't cut your thumb off. All right. Onto the smoker with you. Beautiful. Build the smoker. I like it. How's our soup doing? Soup is done. Excellent. We need to get some more wood on here. Alright, let's get rid of some of this blight. We are at 11. So, just for safekeeping, let's say fill covered glass bottle. Transfer that in there. Grab some water. Make a new batch, get that going. And that was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. 4 of those. And 80 of salt, if I recall correctly. There it is. Spotted red mushroom soup. Good. Just like Mama used to make. I don't know how much of this we need to drink. It gets rid of 0.6 per minute for 42 minutes. So 60% of that's around. Oh yeah, that should be plenty. How do I drink? Like, I guess I could use the other bottle. To move just like a little bit. Let's move like 20 milliliters of it over. Then we'll drink all of this. We'll see how we get along. It is going to cause health loss. So we also... oh, look at that. Giant bear followed us back. That looks like a grizzly. That's a big bear. It's not one of the little black bears that runs away when you poke it with a stick. Fun. It's exciting. Anyway, we've got the chamomile tea. We can get rid of the, we can raise our health back up. All right, we're already back down below 8 on the Blight. Excellent. Things are looking up. Nope. Excuse me, when I picked this up, it made a note somewhere. Where does that go? I thought it would go in the catalog. Oh, it does tell you all about kinds of stuff. I noticed when I made the torch, it said you can cauterize wounds with the torch. Removing early may cause the leech to vomit infected blood into the wound. Ew. So we need to leave them on there for a little bit, I guess. Anyway, it did a little thing in the journal for when I picked up the skull. I don't see anything in here, so that's kind of confusing. Maybe just made a note of it? I'm not sure. I have a rock in my inventory. I assume these... Oh, those need dried. I figured they were already dried since they were sitting on the cave floor. Transfer those over. And yeah, our chamomile here is ready to be made into tea as well. Excellent. We're doing the ginseng. I've got enough ginseng for another full batch when that gets done. We've got plenty of the mushrooms, plenty of salt. I need to see at some point what we can do to make soup for this. It is any good? Oh, hey, our batch is done. So we'll do that, and we'll say fill the every glass bottle with spotted mushroom soup. That will fill that up. How are we doing over here? That only got rid of like that, so we needed like another probably 30 milliliters. How much we have left in here? We have 36 milliliters. We'll do that. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those, and 4 of those. 40 of that, and then another 40. And boil her up. All right, cool. We got that. I have some chamomile in here, right? Yeah, I've got some chamomile tea already in here. So let's go ahead and drink half of that. That will counteract the health loss we're getting from the stuff that's getting rid of the blight. And yeah, the blight is almost gone. Excellent. Well, this was a good episode. I think we'll wind it up here. I'm going to continue building the shelter. I think I will, at least for now, stay here and we'll just venture out for resources. Because this is time consuming. I've already made, a couple walls here. I kind of want to get something closed in for wintertime. I'm not 100% sure how it works in game. Like, if I have this enclosed with a door, am I good even though it's open at the top? Like, if I'm standing by the fire, you can see my meter goes way up. So I don't know for sure how that works. We're going to have to find that out. Yeah, we didn't quite get all of our health back. So let's polish off the rest of this chamomile tea. I'll have to make some more. So we shall see. I do believe I can make a... Oh boy, I don't know if I can make a wall there. I'll figure out something. I'll be working on that in between episodes. We've got our We got our slime here. I don't know if we need to give them more slime. Let me go ahead and drop this on the ground. Right next to my sleeping bag. Where it'll be safe. So we shall see. I know with this shovel you can flatten the ground, so depending on how long this series goes, I may want to eventually move somewhere and build like an actual house with like, I don't know if you can make bricks or I don't know. There's a lot to the game, but that will do it for this episode. Got the stuff dropped off. We're going to hear back from them soon. I've heard they send us to this island on some kind of quest. I don't know what that's all about. Thanks as always for watching, folks. I will catch you in the next one. Watching Mr. Bear over there.